Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, I'm down here in the basement. You always have to do maintenance on what you've got, okay? And one of the things that's going on right now is this is a sump pump, okay? Right here, this pipe brings water from my air handler. In the summertime, this gets water in it, all right? And in the wintertime, this doesn't get water in it. So it only works half the year. Anytime you turn on the air conditioner, water comes out of the air handler into this and it gets pumped out through this hose. Okay? So normally this sump pump would take the water, remove it, and it would be out of here, gone in about a minute. But the sump pump's been running 15 minutes at a time. So that tells me that one of two things is going on. Number one, there's gunk in here that won't allow the water to come out. So I waited until it started pumping, and I went outside and saw where it drains. It drains outside. Because this is a basement, I have to pump the water out. Now, just so you know, in about a week, my heat pump will put out about 1,200 gallons of water. So this thing gets a workout, okay? In a week, it has to pump out about 1,200 gallons of water. It only holds about 1.5 quarts, maybe a half gallon. So it don't hold a lot. So either it's stopped up down in here, it's got gunk in it, which as your heat pump runs, it picks up all the dust in the house. And if your filters if your filter lets dirt pass, it's going to get some in there, and every filter lets some dirt pass, okay? Otherwise there wouldn't be no air moving. So it gets this gunk in it. So what I need to do is remove the gunk. Well, in order to do that, this is sealed. It can come apart, but once you take one of these apart, it has problems. So I don't want to take it apart unless I just absolutely have to. A new one probably costs about $230. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to take it apart unless I have to. This one is glued right down to the floor when it was installed. Now, we moved here 10 years ago, and this sump was already here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, and believe it or not, most of the time you can just pull this out. Look at there. Got it? Pull it up like that. And now what I can do is I can feel down in there, and this baby is half full right now. Okay? It should have been pumping out. Now, you saw me, I turned off the air handler because I don't want to be bringing new water in. So what I want to do is I want to suck that water out. So all I've got is a piece of pipe, and I've got a little 2-gallon shop vac. Alright? A little 2-gallon shop vac. So what I'm going to do to begin with is I'm going to try and suck all that old nasty water out. Okay, let's get my shop vac hooked up here. Get up here. Wrong end. Well, they look identical. Alright, that's hooked up. Now I'll just take my shop vac and put my hand over it so that it can suck the water out. Let's suck all this old water out. Oh, you got to plug in the shop vac. Let me unplug the pump. Okay, unplug my little pump here. Now I got to plug my shop vac in. Did I mention I hate plumbing? Yeah, I absolutely hate it. But, you know, it's a necessary thing. So now, let's see if I can get this to suck all this water out. Okay, spilled a little, but I felt like 90% of the water out of it. Oh yeah, and there's a lot of junk down in there. So, I want to try and get some more of that scum out. Kind of angle it a little better and let it suck some more. Let's suck my pipe back in there. Okay, now let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, I've got a lot of junk out of it. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to take my shop vac and put it on this pipe and suck any gunk that's up in here out too. Felt like I sucked a big plug out of that, so that's going to be good. Sucked a lot of water out of this. Of course, it's got a little, let me show you. Oh, it's got a little P-trap right here, and I sucked all the gunk out of that P-trap. Those P-traps will get stopped up too, so that's going to take care of the P-traps for a while. Now, what I want to do is I want to take and pour just clean water down into that. I've got a jug here with just clean water. There we go. Poured in clean water. Am I spilling some? Absolutely, I'm spilling some. But I'll use my vac to clean it up. Now, I want to take that clean water and suck it out. Ooh, this whole water stinks. Now I want to do it again. Suck it out one more time. Now, let's put some clean water in. I've cleaned it 2 times. I'm going to put clean water in until it fills it up. And then we're going to see if it can pump it out in just short order. It ought to pump it out in just short order, okay? If it doesn't pump it out in just short order, I need to check this tube and make sure that it's clear. All right? So, let's do that. All right, I think it's full. Let's see how we're doing. A little more. And what I think is happening, I think the intake is full. Unplug my thing here and plug my pump back up. It's been taking about 15 minutes to run. Nope, should be done by now. That should have it cleared out, so that didn't work. Okay, so now I want to check and see if this hose is stopped up. There we go. Running water. The hose is full of water. Let's see if it's stopped up. Now I'm going to plug it in. There we go. Now let's see what we got. Okay, it ran about 4 minutes. 4 minutes and pumped all that water out. Okay, pumped it down to where it don't have to run again. So that's got it. So now all I have to do there we go. Reseat my drain line again. And now all I'll do is just vacuum up all this excess water. And that's how you maintain this. If it had continued running, you can take this apart. Okay? You can take it apart. But 9 times out of 10, it's just some gunk, and when I took this off, when I took the hose off and turned it on, the water was coming out good. So that meant that if there was a plug inside here, I got it already, okay? So it's not plugged up inside. So now, instead of coming on and running for 15 or 20 minutes, this will come and run for 5 minutes, okay? That's what it's supposed to do. Now, I know it's at least 10 years old, and it's probably older than that. I would bet it's almost 20 years old. So I probably ought to be looking around for one to replace this one, but you know, that's just what it is. Now, if you like this stuff, this homesteading, do-it-yourself kind of thing, be certain to come on out to the channel and subscribe. We do this homestead stuff every week, sometimes 1, sometimes 5 videos. Just depends on what's going on in the homestead that week. Now, if you hit the little bell, it'll be right up here when you come to the channel. It'll notify you when we upload a video. We upload on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and the occasional short on Friday and Saturday. So now, time for me to get on to the next thing. Love y'all.